It works on this side. I don't want to work on this side. Maybe it's because we're going towards the front of the ship. Remove that. Okay. There it looks normal again. Maybe in the middle over here? Not sure what's the build options and limitations on the ship. Try this again. It's a bigger room. I kind of do it in the middle. Yeah, build it out towards my frigates. That's 3, 4, 5. Hunting fauna. So the one tip I got from a viewer actually is to look on the catalog, no, on the discoveries. When you look at what you're actually getting, look over here on the type of animal that you're missing, because it does say even on the ones you haven't got where it is, so whether it's a ground or flying animal. So that's a good tip, because then you're looking in the right place. So if it's a flying animal or the ground, because if there's water as an example, it might be that you've missed an underwater creature. If you keep running around on land, you're not going to find it. That's a good tip. 1 left on the 4 planets. Not the only one. The other one is, if you want to go for the milestones rather than just discovering stuff, is I've got quite, I want to say 4 of the 6 that I've got is 1 animal, 1 life form per planet, and that's the planet that's anomalous planet, so it doesn't have a name like a weather name, acidic planet or toxic planet or anything like that. It's typically a very weird name. If you go to, I think one of them that I found was a business systems? What? Why are they not showing my other systems? Hold on. Ah, there we go. Hot planet. Try and find one. So where the name of the planet sounds weird. Okay, nuclear. Hexagonal planet. So this is one of them. Where the name sounds weird, that it's not it doesn't fit into the normal types. And those typically, the life forms look weird, or the plants look weird, and there's one life form that you have to find, and that's usually fairly easy to find. Just keep running around till you see that red dot moving. So this one had a hexagonal type life form. And I found a few since. They're not that frequent, but that 1 in 20 or so is got only 1 life form. Those anomalous planets. Okay, so this is my storage container, if I can build it. Storage. Yeah! Okay. So the idea is that we follow the same layout rules as my normal storage. So I can actually know where to find stuff. I'm checking every one of them. 4 and 5. I can build it on this side as well. Maybe even be in a cave, yeah. I found occasionally animals creeping up from caves and it's like, what? What are you doing in a cave? Okay, I like this. That's much better. So over here should my bits and bobs. So I'm training myself bits and bobs, alien effigies, materials, intermediate materials. Yeah! I think this will work. I'm just wondering, dreading what this is going to look like from the outside. Decommissioned circuit board welding skill. Grant could still be in a cave, yeah. Okay, I think I need to go and visit another wealthy system and get some silver. Okay, we also wanted to check. Ooh, since we reloaded, not sure whether the game will have remembered that we were doing stuff. Were we doing stuff? Ah, there we go. Don't remember. Ah, so this is now 5 to 1. Okay, so I think all the others is 1 to 1 from residual goop to viscous fluids to living slime to runaway mold to nanite clusters. Now, let me just open my ninja first. Don't think I have this in my catalog. Yeah, there. All of them. And then this is a 5 to 1 recipe. 2 minutes for 200 nanites. But if you do a stack of 999, it's 2000 nanites. It's going to take much longer. I'll come back to that. This is why I'm thinking, if I've got a bit of time, and I'll put up 5 refiners or something and do 5 stacks. Get 10,000 nanites. Get those extra upgrades. So it is in this one now, so now I know which one is which one. And same layout as all the others. That was good. I still have to unlock all of these. Sodium diode. Last for 1 expedition. I'm not sure if these are worth it though. I'm doing alright with my current expeditions. Blueprint recorded to catalog. I heard another way to actually make big jumps is with when you're traveling towards the center of the galaxy is with this. Because once you've upgraded, right, that one, last one gave a 800 light years upgrade, another 50. And 300. That's a greater jump range. Hold on. So the moment is 400. Maybe 2000 light years? Ooh, I just realized. Still got this Nautilin cannon that I want to upgrade my ship for. Gonna pick up the night. I'm gonna upgrade my Nautilin. Ooh, carbon's upgraded again. I don't know what, I think it's a restart or warping away and coming back that restocks these. I don't have to stop and farm carbon anymore. Right. Okay. I am going back to my base. To mine a Nautilin. Okay, so the one tag is my power section. I've got a bit of a water planet, so this was the really nice find in my home system. Or really lucky, because I heard it's not everyone that actually gets water. Landing sequence unavailable. Land! Land! Why doesn't it want to land? Oh, I pressed E. And it's triggering all the way to my home base. It probably lets up the landing pad. Store point saved. I think my Northland is on this side. But I think I moved it, but my pad thing is here, so I can recall it. There we go. Okay, so get my waiter. Execute. Execute Northland cannon upgrade, please. Okay. So I still so much still to do. I need to do this. Find a heart of the sun. Oh, I want to do this. Never mind. So much still I want to do. What's this? Exotic morphology. Warning, out of range. Get a buried treasure. And then some of these that's specific to specific maps. Buried treasure. There you go. So we're looking for a freighter with this one. Okay, we want to decide. What's this? Ah, that's my cannon. High powered sonar. And we are looking for crashed freighters. How far away is that? 6 minutes. Okay, then I'm gonna take my ship there. A little bit too far. Yes, a wee bit. My patience isn't good enough. 6 minutes in that craft, and my spaceship it's almost like water is denser. Much quicker. $30 seconds, 20 seconds. I think this was all part of the Well, this quest line was released as part of the underwater expansion, but you can see the freighter bits at the bottom sticking out of the water. Dreams of the Deep. Northern has detected a large structure on the seabed. Store point C. So, let's summon my exocraft, please. What when? Yeah. Racing a friend. Ooh. The other thing I still want to do is exploring the racing things, like build a racetrack and see if I can get a race thing going. To Hondo. Great thing. The red light from the freighter. Oh, epic music. Epic music. Also, can I get some breath? Alright, support. Log 0012B, breach event +8 souls. Located the wreck, but the ship's computer was a washout. We salvaged what supplies we could and left. I don't want to be nearby when the water eats through the reactor housing. Tidal patterns here are increasingly strange. The water has risen rapidly, but we are yet to see it ebb. We could return and salvage more when the water falls away. The survivors made it back to the wreck of their freighter, but moved on soon after. I'll have to do the same if I'm to find them. Before I leave, I make one final search of the archives. There are no more clues, but I do locate blueprints for some aquatic construction modules. At least the journey was not in vain. Shut down the signal. I shut down the distress beacon, and there is no one here to rescue. Ah, we already had this. Thank you. So this, it looks like it gives you the way to get the underwater construction stuff. Return to the north. Detect sunken buildings. Sunken buildings. Oh, wait, what? Do that. Let's pick it up. Maybe not. Start at 1 minute. Everything's so slow underwater. I'll probably have the 1 minute to fly back. The time to get into my spaceship. Time to fly and get back out. It would be quicker to just use my northern end. It's not that bad, I'm just a little bit lazy. Things take too long. Actually tag stuff instead of hang on, can you tag that? Tag that. Right in 12 minutes. I hope there's a landing area nearby. A bit closer, a bit closer. part of the building. There's no land here. Landing area not clear. Cannot land. I've tried, you can take off from underwater, but I'm not sure how to land underwater. I think you need a specific module. Yeah, so this is shallow water. Craft didn't want to land. Another multi-one, please. Abyssal monsters again. Oh, tsunami! Welcome, welcome. I'm doing some of the monsters in the deep quest at the moment. A lot of the underwater stuff. Combat. There's a little bit. There's not that much PvP or versus player stuff. There's this common enemy that you have to fight quite every once in a while, and what was all horror? You can't do like pirate stuff, not really. You can do it versus the NPCs, but not versus other players. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit weird. Yeah, it's mostly exploration focused. Exploration and discovery. And building. I haven't got VR. I sold my VR. Wasn't using it enough. I heard it's quite good. Some people like it. Okay. So the problem now is I'm gonna get out, and then that abyssal horror thing at the front. Can I do this? I don't think we can destroy these things. Nope. And then they start targeting you, and then you have to escape. Ah, never mind. Atlas Boss V1. Hilbert. Log access. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Relog. That was an abyssal horror. They're only near, I want to say, important spots underwater. And they suck you in with their hypnotic eyes. I don't know what happens if they get you, but I've been managing to escape every time so far. You have to keep pressing E. I'm sure they can. I start panicking when they've got like a tractor beam thingy that like sucks you in. It's like, and then you start panicking. It's like, press this button to escape. And then I press the button to escape. It was my turn to dive today. Once again, nothing of interest, nothing but kelp and rocks. The water is yet to recede. Some of the crew have taken to swimming without their suits. It looks so inviting. Dreams trace of the survivors across the ocean. Shield. No, leave me alone, leave me alone. Yeah. Construction. Condensed carbon. Okay, it's going to come again, it's going to come again. So this is what they do. So they start, there we go. And then once that beam catches you, tap to flee, tap to flee! Okay. And then they Do that again. Yeah, you start with, in the game, you start with broken equipment. And one of the big things in the game is, took me ages to get, is actual inventory slots. It's very tempting to just pick up everything, but you start with like 8 slots or something in here that you have to mix and match your technology. Are you going to use technology, or are you going to carry loot with you? And then later you expand everything and you get cargo. I don't think you start with any cargo, or maybe 2 cargo slots or something, and you unlock them one by one. You start with very little and it takes ages to unlock everything. The other thing is lots of people like collecting starships. You can't really customize your starships, but you can get new ones very easily that you then have to upgrade as well. So you then have to hunt down the starships that you like the look of. It takes ages. I just went with one that had the most slots. Okay, so use high-powered channel to hit sunken buildings. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Subnautica. I quite like the Subnautica. So if you like that style of game, very similar. Ouch. Ouch. What's that? Yeah, lots of mining, resource gathering, base building. Similar to let's scan these guys. Sure. And you also scan all the animals and stuff that you find. Or you don't have to, but you can. It's part of a completionist's view of the world of the game. Close and quickly. Yeah, that was it. I think they start doing a little bit of damage and then they close up and then open up again. Forgotten terminal. Now I just spent like an hour building a bedroom for my main base. I haven't built a bedroom yet. Relog. Log 0115C. Breach event plus 21 souls. The secondary dive team came back early today. They found a cave full of strange crystals, but the lights in the sub cut out and forced them home. They seem upset, disturbed, but we have to go back while we still have an idea of where it is before the shifting tides rob us. We'll never build anything without advanced materials. Log 0115D. We fixed the lights on the Northland. I'm heading out. Log continues. Log 0119A. Breach event plus 23 souls. We found the cave! I knew we would, but what a find! Great towering crystals of brilliant red, rich metal deposits, concentrated deuterium. All we could ever need. We might just make it after all. Now, if only we could get a dry night's sleep. Shield the bricks. Standing increased with the Viking. Quick. More sunken buildings. Sure, thanks for stopping by, Fatsumi. Fatsunami. Potential signal detected. Six minutes. There's one that might require me to take a land ship somewhere and find a bit of a land. Where's the nearest land? Let's land there. Not sure how close that is though. I'm not sure we can get our ship to land here. Sure, why not? Just get the engine a little bit wet. Ooh, might be able to do that. Not too far. Without cutting up land, okay. Jetpack depleted. Jetpack is... Jetpack depleted? Ah, not a chargeable one. Need time. However, I'm going to use that as a save point and call the streamer there for today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I think I made quite good progress. Built another couple of bases. We did the second base in Hilbert, and got a cadmium base set up, or a farm. So we got some production going there. I will be back with more No Man's Sky next weekend. On Saturday around 1 o'clock UK time. During the week I'm going to switch to Terraria this week, tomorrow evening at 7:30. If you enjoy that, be sure to tune in. Otherwise I'll see you next weekend for more No Man's Sky. Hope to see you then. Take care. Bye bye.